My name is Jay Stoehr. I was born in New Jersey, and I've always had an adventurous spirit. I've been driving a truck for a lot of years. I've been in the Marines. I've been all over this country. America is just full of fascinating things and stories. You can almost take a map of the United States and throw a dart at it, and within, I'm saying, maybe a 20, 30 mile radius, you'll find something that'll just blow your mind. What I like is what's under my feet. That's the history I like to learn about. I always carried my metal detector with me. To me, the history is just as fascinating as the artifacts. I've progressed to the point where I went from a couple of gold pans to a metal detector, where now I've got a couple of boats, and I've got some underwater cameras, and I got all my scuba gears. A lot of stuff is buried. You can live 10 lifetimes and not even tell a tenth of the stuff that went on in this country. The more I got reading these books and these stories that I just happened to come across, the common theme is, boy, these people just caught hell. You know, the great thing about trucking is it gets all over the country.
It's been a while since I felt this way. The night was long and the sky was gray. And
I take my books everywhere I go. You know, if I have to spend a night somewhere, they're like my loyal companions.
The winter chill is nice at first, but after...
There's also Jonna, my partner in crime. Every time I need something on the road, she's always there. Kind of like my own personal Google. Hey, Jonna, what are you doing, baby? Oh, man, just getting in, just getting off the highway in this little town called Winder, it looks like, and just trying to find a place to park the truck and maybe take my break, you know. Probably be home tomorrow. Hey, could you do me a favor? Just see what you can find out about Winder. You don't have to do right now if you don't want to, but if you get a chance, just kind of... It's called Winder, Georgia. W-I-N-D-E-R, Georgia. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what you doing?
Nothing. Just waiting for your call. Did you get settled?
I did. Thank you for the help finding that truck stop, man. Perfect, you know. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You find anything out about this town of Winder or what?
I did. I actually found out a couple of cool things.
Okay.
One is like a mud volcano. That's the Creek Indian named Nodoroc, which means the gateway to hell.
Wow, you are good, girl. You are good. Okay. All right. Maybe you can send me that stuff, email or something, you know? Okay. Yeah, I have to check it out. Okay. All right. Yeah, I about had it, man. It's been a long week. They ain't kidding about the gateway to hell. I feel like I'm in hell right now, man. Yeah, actually talking to you is more like heaven, but you know how that goes. So anyway. Yeah. You're welcome. How are the dogs and the kids and everybody? Everybody's good, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for holding down the fort, you know.
All right. Have a good night.
I will. And I'll holler at you in the morning and sweet dreams.
Okay. You too.
Okay. Tell everybody I said hey. You know.
I will.
Winder turns out to be a pretty interesting little place to visit. A little downtown with a railroad station. Seems like there's a ton of historic buildings. I guess there's a place where I can get some information about what the Creek Indians called Nodoroc, which translates to Gateway to Hell, the Barrow County Museum here in Winder. This is Susan Ryan. I guess she was born and raised here in Winder, and she seems like the perfect person to ask about this so-called Gateway to Hell, this Nodoroc.
She shows me a memorial brick for the WOG, but I said to her, what the heck is a WOG, and what does it have to do with Nodoroc?
Nodoroc was purchased by the early settlers from the Creek Indians for 14 pounds of beads. And I think they sort of wanted to get rid of it because they began to think it had evil spirits. The WOG was something that they told the early settlers that he guarded it. I don't really know a creature around here that would have really looked like that. They said the front part was like a bear, but the back part was skinnier. He was the size of a small horse, but back then we didn't have miniature horses or Shetland ponies, so a small horse would have been fairly large back then. He was jet black. He had a white tip on the end of his tail. His front legs were longer than his back legs. He had a long red tongue that was forked. The Creek Indians told the settlers, if you don't bother him, he won't bother you. I have read accounts where he molested some chickens or, small farm animals. I don't know if he was a bear or a wolf or whatever, but...
Yeah, the WOG you're talking about.
The WOG.
Wow. And he was like the keeper of the gate?
He was the keeper of the gate to hell. Nodoroc was actually a boiling pit of fire. No vegetation grew around it, had a sulfury smell. At times there would be fire burning on the top of it. They had temple there and an altar also that was removed from Barrow County by a governor. He took it to his house. They used it to throw their captive Cherokee people that did them wrong. They would throw them in Nodoroc.
And they would sacrifice.
They would
throw prisoners down in there. Wow. So this Nodoroc place where this WOG creature supposedly haunts or whatever, is it possible to go see it? Is it?
I know the family that has owned it for a long time, and let's see if we can go there and visit.
Wow, man. Okay, let's do it. Awesome. Okay, yeah, looking forward to that for sure.
Before we're leaving the museum, she's kind enough to show me another brick, and I guess this is dedicated to her husband, who she lost not too long ago. As luck would have it, Susan's kind enough to bring me up to the Chandler property where the Nodoroc is located. I was a little leery about stepping onto Phillip Chandler's property. There was no trespassing and caution beware, but those people were fantastic. Susan's introduced me to Phillip Chandler. He's the man that's had probably more run-ins with the WOG than anyone walking the face of the earth, and he's kind enough to sit down and draw us a picture of this thing.
I probably had more experiences with him than I wanted to admit.
Okay. You care to share any stories, or is it between you and the WOG?
It's between me and the WOG.
Okay.
As we're about to enter the Nodoroc, this is the path that leads to supposedly the WOG's neighborhood and whatnot. One thing I've always done while I traveled the country is ask for a safe passage, safe blessing. I'm still here to tell the story, so I think I've had some luck with it, but I always take a cigarette. And this is for the natives. I always take a piece and I throw it to the north, throw it to the south, to the east, and to the west. And I ask Holy Father, please give us safe passage on this little adventure we're off on. So,
our tour guide for this Nodoroc is Andrew Jackson. Not the Andrew Jackson you're thinking about, but Phillip's youngest son, Andrew Jackson Chandler.
This sign's pretty crazy, huh?
And that was a part of Mary's Boy Scout project.
Then see that she does not go near the horrid boiling place where none who get in get out. Talking about it, or?
Is this isn't it, is it? No. This is it right here?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the beginning of it?
Oh, yeah. And then it's pretty much Like the center part of it is where all the vegetation actually is.
Wow. So
Look,
we're at it. There's a hole right here too, man. Oh, look at the ooze
See
coming
how
out of there.
black it is? All that kind of good stuff, dude.
This is the hole right here. This is where the gateway is to hell, they say. Kind of a little swampy smell, which would fit the descriptions of the place. You know, every day of your life you wake up and you never know what you're gonna get into. And actually what keeps me going after 59 years is just to have the opportunity for a day like this, to be in a place like this where God only knows what happened over the centuries and sacrificial people here, just criminals thrown in that hole where you just was at. And if, boy, I tell you what, if these trees could talk, it would be something, man. But seeing as they don't, I guess it's up to us to try to figure out the mystery of this place. And with Andrew Jackson's help and the Chandler family, we couldn't be more thankful for allowing us to have a glimpse of this just incredible, incredible place.
A couple of my friends.
Cause full moon in the woods is scary enough, man.
A little bit creepy, you know, so once they actually start hearing of the energy and we're walking out, she's like, Andrew, let's hurry up and get out of here.
Is that right?
You know,
Wow.
She's like, this isn't right down here. Something's weird down here, you know, acting kind of strange.
And she said, let's go.
She ended up calling it. She said that whatever happened down here, she said it happened to a lot of people, and they're all
Still kind of, really?
yeah,
Wow.
not quite at ease about it.
Appreciate it. Let's do some more of this stuff, man.
yeah.
Come up under a full moon or something. No, maybe not that, but
Yeah.
yeah. I got a couple friends and some metal detectors, and with your permission and with you here with us, we need to come up here and do some metal detecting, man. See if we can find anything.
Yeah,
And
for
either
sure.
put them in the Winder Museum, or you guys do whatever you want with them. It's your property, so.
Heck
But,
yeah,
yeah.
that'd be super cool.
Ain't no telling what we'd find, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling. Yep. Yep.
As I'm leaving Nodoroc, I can't help but to think what happened here, all the people that were sent to meet their maker and just the hell they paid. Or just about this mystical beast that is said to guard it. Winder's been quite an adventure. I got to meet some great people and see some amazing things, but this Nodoroc, until I can get back here, so I ain't gonna be able to sleep much. Leaving, but with the promise to come back and try to dig out more of the secrets that make Winder so beautiful, but also those that make it hellbound.